Welcome to class today. We are Unit 5. This is Lesson 4. We will be looking at one of the trickiest consonant sounds to spell. I know, right? So it's not so much a new sound as a sound with a lot of spellings to it. So we're going to start with some riddles. I'm going to see if you notice and figure out what sound I'm talking about. The first thing, I'm thinking of an animal that has whiskers and says, meow. Cat. Good. Okay, what about this one? I'm thinking of something that is used to lock or unlock a door. Key. Right. I'm thinking of something that some adults drive. Car. Good. I would have taken truck too. So car or truck. I'm thinking of something that we wear over our shirts when it is cold. No, not a sweat. No, not a hoodie. It would be like for outside cold. A coat. Yes, I would have taken jacket as well. I'm thinking of an animal that gives us milk and says, moo. Cow. Right, good. I'm thinking of an orange vegetable that rumor has it rabbits like to eat. Carrots. Excellent. Last one. I'm thinking of something white and fluffy that can be seen up in the sky. Cloud. Good. What did the answer to all these riddles have in common? What was the same in all of them? You got it. It's the sound k, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. The sound k. So the sound k, we've already heard, seen, and learned about it spelled 4 different ways. We know C, cat, k, K, kid, k, CK, black, k, hiccup, CC, k. All these are different ways to spell the sound k. And what we're going to look at today is when to use which one. Well, even just looking at this, you'll see the size of the bars and it tells you how often you use it. So most of the time we're going to use the letter C to spell the sound K. Next would be the K, then the CK, then the CC. So let's look at some of the rules so we know which one's which. Now, C again is the most common spelling. And for the beginning of words, if it's followed by an A, an O, or a U, it's probably C. So words like cat, cot, cut, k, start with the letter C. Then we use it at the end of words as well. Also when it's followed by, when it comes after short vowels, so word like act, elect, clinic, they're kind of big words, but all of them have short vowel sounds in them, and we use C at the end of those words. Like I said, if you're not sure, looking at the size of these bars, I'm pretty sure C is your best guess. Now, the next one is the letter K, and generally, most of the time, this is used at words that begin with K-I or K-E, like kitchen or kettle. So, ke. So those k are starting with the letter K. It's also found at the end of words that have long vowel sounds. So if you say a word like steak or Greek, you hear the A and the E, those vowels are saying their names. So then we're going to put the K sound being spelled with the letter K at the end of those words. The next sound spelling we have is CK. Now, this one is never used at the beginning of words. We do not use CK at the beginning. We use CK at the end of a syllable if it has a short vowel, like the word black, stack, bucket, so 2 syllables, bucket, tack, tick, Notice the vowel that comes before the k is a sound. So that's CK. And then CC is that double letter spelling that we use once in a while. Look how tiny that is. Just once in a while in words where you're having, let me see. We never use it at the beginning of a word or in a one-syllable word. We only use it to connect two-syllable words when the first syllable ends in the k sound. So like hiccup. There's a couple other sound combinations that include the k sound, but right now we're going to stick with this four. There are actually still another 3% of k spellings we don't know that. Don't know. Ooh, why am I pushing buttons? We don't know yet. And for our purposes, we're going to refer to those as adducts. So this is called a spelling tree. And we're going to fill it with leaves, different leaves. What you'll notice about our spelling tree is that the longest branches belong to the spelling that we use the most. So C, we use it the most. The next, K, lot less. CK, less. CC, even less. And adducts, meaning spellings we don't know yet, are going to go up here. So I'm going to give you some words. Now here's the thing of it. We've already established that the k sound does not have to be at the beginning. So I'm going to say a word and you're going to tell me which k spelling you think it has. Which k spelling do you think, magnets, we use in the word kite? Which k spelling do we use in the word kite? Good. So kite has a long vowel. It's also, look, K-I. We said K-I. We said if it's an I, we're going to use the K. So kite can go right here on my little tree. Who's on me? All right. What about the word truck? How about the word truck? Truck is CK because truck has the sound. Good. What about the word cone? Cone. What's the letter after the k? It's O, meaning that we're going to use the C. Good. Cone. Good. How about attic? Attic. Where is the k sound in the word attic? Oh, it's at the end of the word. And attic ends in the letter C. Good job. You're doing excellent. What about the word soccer? Why am I clapping? Because it's a two-syllable word. Good. And we said when we hear the k at the end of the first syllable, because it has to be at least two syllables in the word, we can use the CC spelling. Good job. Remember, the further out we go, the less likely we use it. If you're not sure, what is it your best guess? What's your best guess for the k sound if you have no clue? C, because we use that most of the time. How about book? How do we spell the k sound in the word book? K. Excellent. Good. It's the end of the word. How about back? Back uses the CK spelling. Back uses the CK spelling. Back. 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 Notice I got different shades of green. What about picnic? Ooh, picnic. Nope, it's not a double C. Well, there are two C's because there's two k sounds, and both k in the word picnic are spelled with the letter C. Picnic. How'd you get up there? All right, what about the word class? Right now you're in class. Class also has a C. We should see that there's more C's than any of the rest of them. We shouldn't see more C's because that is, what we said was the most common. How about fact? That's a fact that we use C to spell the sound k most of the time. That's another C. Good. Fact. Ooh, uh-oh. The fact is, it's trying to fall off. Okay. What about, where are we at right now? sound. And you notice I picked up something else. Because it's an odd duck. It's an odd duck. The k in the word school is actually spelled CH. And this, I'm going to do a little preview with you of what I mean by words we don't know. So this here is called the Greek alphabet. Remember I told you symbols have meaning because we decided that they do. This is the alphabet of a different language. We pronounce these letters differently. And I want you to zoom in on this letter right here. For us in our alphabet, we might call that an X, sorry. But the name of this letter in Greek is chi. This sound and this CHI spelling chi has made its way over to English. So sometimes when we hear words that used to be in Greek, they still have the CH spelling chi in them. So like alpha, beta, alphabet, that's where we get that word from. A lot of words and a lot of things in the English language borrow from other languages. It's a pretty cool situation actually. So the word school is an odd duck. Not because it's odd, but because we haven't learned it yet. So you have to memorize it for now, like a tricky word, okay? So some other ones. How about the word skin? The largest organ of your body. Skin. Why am I magnet stuck? Skin. Where is the k sound in the word in? It is one of the middle sounds. It is the second sound in this 4-sound word. And we spell it with the letter K. Skin. Good job. Skin. Excellent. All right. How about cabin? Cabin. Cabin. Good job. Yes, cabin is spelled with a C. Are you just guessing because I told you C is what we use the most? You're not guessing? You knew that one? Okay. How about hiccup? Hiccup. You might know this one if you watch How to Train Your Dragon. There's a character named Hiccup. But sometimes we get hiccup. Yep. Hiccup has the k at the end of the first syllable. So we're going to spell it C-C hiccup. How about fork? Fork. Fork. That ending sound k. It is coming after a Bossy R vowel digraph, vowel team. So it's a cake. Fork. Each and every one of these words, somewhere in it has the sound k. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different spellings. I have another odd duck for you. This is actually one of my classmates' name. The name is Chris. There's no such thing as an odd name. Let's just put that in. There is no such thing as an odd name. But just like with school, borrowing from the Greek alphabet, we get that CH making the k sound. And that is how we, in English, we're going to spell the word Chris or the whole name Christopher. There are lots of words in English that are borrowing from other languages. This isn't odd because it's odd. It's just odd because you don't know it, and we will learn it. We're not getting into other alphabets right now. I just wanted to make sure y'all saw where this is coming from, where it's rooted in. Because, it's a tree, and there's roots, and, we want to grow our brains, all that good stuff. All right, 2 more words for right now. I have brick, like this material right here, brick, ick, brick. Well, it's an ending sound, and it's actually spelled with the CK in this word. Last word, quack, like my little odd ducks. Quack, quack. What's that one? You saw it. It's CK, quack. Now, just looking at our tree, do you see what I'm telling you? We use the letter C for the k sound most of the time. The next common one is the K for the k sound, and it's actually about equal with the CK. Do we ever use CK at the beginning of a word? No, good. And then the one we use the least that we know for sure is the CC, and we only use that at the end of a syllable in a word that has 2 or more syllables in it. And then we have what we call adducts, and they're only odd because we haven't learned them yet. That's the other 3% of ways to spell the sound. It's all over the place. So many different ways to spell it. Alright, so this is our lovely little spelling tree. Yay. I do need to move our leaves because I need to show you what you're going to do. What you're going to do is page 4.1. And you're going to sort the words given. Whoop. Oh, my leaves. My leaves. Oh no, it's fall. The leaves fell off the tree. Oh no. All the leaves. And my ducks flew away for the winter. Da-da-da-da. So on page 4.1 in your cat book, the directions are to sort the words by the spelling for the k sound. So it's k spelled C, k spelled K, and k spelled CK. That's what we're doing today. So cat is k spelled C, king is k spelled K, and black is k spelled CK. You're going to sort the rest of the words too based on the spelling of that same one sound. Then today also you're going to rejoin Kate in the cave. For some reason Kate's in the cave. I don't know. We're going to find out together. But let's preview a little bit about this story just so we know what we're getting ourselves into. So let me rephrase that. This is 4.2. Sorry. This is 4.1. So I want you to do this first, then this. Okay? And I will continue to be your partner. I'm going to keep reading the stories for now, but I'm not reading the questions out of the book. Any additional questions I have, I will read those ones out loud to you. So in this text, we're going to talk about a hike, which is a long walk in nature. Something's going to shimmer, which means softly sparkle and shine. So yeah, I'm just previewing some of the words that you know how to decode them, but you might not be familiar with them. So that's what I'm giving you these words for. There'll be a spot, and not like a spot like I spilled something, but spot like a location. Well, I'll be is an expression that you will read. Someone's going to say that in the text, and it means an expression to show surprise. Well, I'll be. The last word I want to preview with you is expert, which is a person who knows a lot about a subject. Someone who knows a lot about a subject is an expert. Ooh. So, just knowing that, I want you to read the story today and find out what happens when Kate and Nan go into a cave. Ooh. Cave. See? Good. So Kate and Nan are going into this cave, and you have any questions, of course, let me know. And I'll see you guys later. Until then, bye.